All right, welcome to Division II. Division II is often overlooked because a lot of people are all about Division I. And those that aren't getting a full scholarship, Division I scholarship, they say, well, if I'm not going to get a scholarship, I'm going to go ahead and go to Division III and really focus on my academics. Division II has a good relationship between academics and athletics. Division II, the change in between Division I, you're allowed to have 12 full scholarships. In Division II, you have 8 scholarships, and they can be broken up in different ways. So as we look at Division II, a lot of these Division II athletes actually have partial scholarships. I can have 16 people and give a half a scholarship to all 16, and that gets me up to 8, and I haven't gone over my scholarship limit. So Division II is a great opportunity if you aren't the stud Division I athlete, and Division II still has full scholarships. In a lot of Division II schools, this might surprise you, a lot of Division II schools can beat Division I schools. So as we start talking about Division II, I'm going to go ahead and continue to go through the NCAA Guide for the College-Bound Student Athlete. Okay, this is the one from last year, 2018-19, but it gives you a great opportunity to take a look. And I want to talk to you a little bit about Division II schools. Again, we talked about Division I schools. Their average enrollment was about 10,000. At a Division II school, you're looking at about 2,500 students, okay? There are 308 Division II schools within the United States. Again, compare that to 351 Division I schools. 1 out of every 11 students at a Division II institution is an athlete. So you got to think about that. There was 1 out of 25 at Division I. Now you're talking about a little bit more people. So if you're in a class with 30 people, 3 people are athletes in that class. If you're in a class with 30 people at Division I, 1 person's an athlete. So the professors begin to understand, okay, if I have 3 people in here that are athletes, I have to understand that they might be on the road, and I might have to spend a little bit more time with them. So when we talk about Division II, again, they usually have around 18 to 16 sports in there. Now, when we talk about Division II, we're going to go ahead and break down to their time management. If you go to the time management section of the time management page, in Division I, remember, it's 38.5 hours they spent on their sport. In Division II, it breaks it down in season to about 34 hours. This is more like a part-time job. It's not a full-time job. It's a part-time job. Now, they take their job seriously. They take their sport seriously in Division II. But again, with Division II, there's a little bit more of a focus on academics. You can be a great athlete and go to a great school. There's a lot of those Division II schools out there. Now, it's going to be a little bit shorter in determining about the recruiting calendar for Division II. There's really not one. The only time there's a dead period, again, the coach can call you but can't talk to you face-to-face. The only time there's a dead period is during the first couple of days of the signing period in November. So the fall signing period, Division II coaches can't come over to your house and bang on your door. You get to make your decision. And that's a great time in Division II to have that time where they can make their decision on where they want to go to school. Now, in Division II, it's the same thing like Division I. Coaches cannot call you or contact you until June 15th after your sophomore year. You cannot go on an official visit to a Division II institution until August 1st after your sophomore year, okay? Before your junior year, after your sophomore year. But you can go to an unlimited amount of official visits to Division II. So again, what I'd like for you to do is you don't necessarily have to go to an unofficial visit to determine what your top 5 Division II schools are, because there could be 100 of them that pay for you to come visit their school. That's awesome. You don't want to miss that much of your school in a junior year, because if you fail out, you can't play volleyball anyway. But it's a great opportunity for you in Division II to go to a school, get a official visit, have them pay for you to come, and have an opportunity to play on full scholarship at a Division II school. Okay? They can start talking to you on June 15th after your sophomore year, and then they can have you on campus on August 1st, just like Division I. So again, when I talk to you about what you need to do each year during your years for Division II, as a freshman, be a freshman, enjoy school, okay? Enjoy going out and doing social activities. As a sophomore, I don't know very many Division II coaches that as a sophomore during your high school season, they're going to be coming and recruiting you. Now, during your spring season, your club season as a sophomore, that's probably when Division II coaches begin to recruit you. If they know Division I's aren't hovering around your court and they say they have an opportunity, and again, Division II and Division I all have full scholarships. So a Division II full scholarship is the same thing as a Division I full scholarship, and sometimes at more academically rigorous schools. So you're getting a better degree at this Division II school because it has a higher heaviness, has a higher weight on the academic part. But Division II schools will start calling you and offering you scholarships beginning on June 15th after your sophomore year. I don't know many Division II schools that start that early, but a lot of them will start calling you. More than likely, it'll probably be in July and as the start of August, so they can have you on campus and give you an offer when you come to school. So it really comes and trickles down the line. If you're not getting Division I full scholarship, you'll probably know that by August 1st of your junior year, before your junior year, because the Division I coaches haven't called you between June 15th and August 1st. So now you can start to talk to Division II schools during your junior year high school season. Go and visit their school. Go on that official visit, get their offer, and make that decision before January 1st. Again, they can talk to you and they can see you. There is no dead period in December. They can talk to you and they can see you. And I would say before January 1st, make your decision if you want to go to a Division II school. If you don't make that decision by January 1st of your junior year, you might miss out on some scholarships from Division II. Their full scholarships are probably gone by January 1st, and then they move down to partial scholarships. So in Division II, that's kind of where you want to do. Now, Division II, a normal week is very similar to a Division I week, but they probably only work out twice during the season, during the fall season, and they probably have 8 to 12 in classes, okay? 12 o'clock, you have your lunch. They probably have practice around 2 to 2.5 hours. There's probably not a lot of film session or individual work. A lot of schools will, but it's not quite as extensive. And then you have study hall at night, and then you have to go and work on your academics. So it's probably about an hour less per day, maybe not an hour necessarily, but maybe about 30 to 45 minutes less per day that you're working on volleyball on average than you're going to do at Division I level. In Division II, a lot of the schools are a little bit closer to each other than Division I. Again, the University of Florida is in the same conference as the University of Missouri. That's a long bus ride. Usually it's a plane trip. Now, Division II, most of them, let's say for instance the Gulf South, a lot of those are within the state of Alabama, okay? So the state of Alabama, maybe Tennessee, maybe a little bit of Arkansas or Mississippi, they're all within about 6 to 10 hours of each other. So traveling is not quite as extensive in Division II. So you get a great education, the same scholarship to some players that get a full scholarship, but the scholarships might be divided. You might get a 75% scholarship, you might get a 25% scholarship, but their scholarship limits are 8 equivalent scholarships. So 8.0 is how they have to divide it. Now again, they might give somebody 3/4 and somebody 1/4. That gives them to 1.0. They have 8.0 scholarships to divvy out. Spring season in Division II is very similar to spring season in Division I. You are in the gym probably for about a month or two. For about 6 weeks, you're in the gym working on your craft, getting better technically, getting better as a team. You have a couple of different play days, 2 or 3 play days that you get to go play. And most of them are within about 3 hours. The focus in the spring is getting better technically, and the focus in the spring is getting you great education and getting caught up in all of your classes and your majors, okay? Division II is a great opportunity for you to learn a lot and for you to get better as an athlete, all right? Again, similar to Division I, Monday, 8 to 12 in classes, 12 o'clock lunch, 2 to 2.5 hour practice. Tuesday, weights in the morning for an hour, 4 hours of class, a 3-hour lab, 2 to 2.5 hour practice. Wednesdays, class in the morning, practice in the afternoon. Thursdays, weights in the morning, class in the morning, lab in the afternoon maybe, and a 2 to 2.5 hour practice. Friday, it's very similar to Division 1. If you have a game at home, you have class in the morning, the afternoon's left for rest or maybe studying. 5 o'clock, you do a serve and pass. 6 o'clock, you do your pregame. 7 o'clock is your match. If you're at home, you go back home, you take a shower, you go out and socialize, maybe study for a test, maybe sleep. Saturday, you get up early, you go to lunch a little early. 12 o'clock, you do serve and pass. 1 o'clock is pregame. 2 o'clock is a match. 4 o'clock is probably a post-game meal. And then you go out with friends and you hang out and you have a fun weekend, okay? Sunday is usually off, and then Monday it starts over again. And if you're traveling, usually Friday morning you're gonna wake up early, you get in a bus, you travel to a place, you're gonna go ahead and get there at 5, you have serve and pass at 5, pregame at 6, game at 7 to 9. After the game you talk to the coach, you get showered at the school, you drive to your next place, or maybe in the middle of your next place, you stop, go to a hotel room, the school pays for it, okay? You get up the next morning, you have breakfast at the hotel, maybe a study hall at the hotel, you drive to the next school, 12 o'clock serve and pass, 1 o'clock is pregame, and then 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock is your match. 4 o'clock you take your shower, you get back on the bus, you have a post-game meal, you drive home, you get home around 1 a.m. And then the cycle starts again, okay? Spring, it's very similar, but you're probably gonna have 3 times of working out in the spring and a couple of different competition dates. I hope that helps you out with Division 2. Now we're gonna get to the greatest division in the history of the world, the one that I coach. Division 3 is up next. So if you are a Division 2 athlete, I hope this helped you out. I hope this gave you a little bit more information about Division 2. Now we're gonna start into Division 3 in this next chapter. Good luck and God bless. Thanks.